Now for the starting lineups. Montreal Mosley. Starting lineups for the home team, white uniforms, your Trinity. Ryan Malcolm. Michael Carter. Position number 12. And back from our bench. Let's play basketball.
It's tip-off time here at Eagles Gymnasium. We have JV action as the TBC Eagles are playing host to the Tigers from Andrew College, making their way down from Cuthbert, Georgia. Hello, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and joining us, at least for the first half, will be Jeriel Santana, an Eagles player. He's out temporarily due to an injury, but Jeriel, we look forward to seeing you back out there on the court in a couple of weeks, and we're glad you're able to grab a mic and join us here today.
Thank you for having me, Ray. It's an exciting day to see some Eagles basketball.
Yeah, the Eagles catch a break as that ball goes out of bounds, and now they do have the possession arrows. This ball game is underway. The Eagles are 1-1 so far on the season. Brian Falcon with the three that goes in and out.
No,
Eagles won their last. Oh, sorry, Jeriel. Go right ahead.
Brian, he's one of our most exciting, talented players on our team. You know, he's a young core. Young guy, he's exciting to watch. He doesn't miss too many of the shots, Ray.
Well, he's averaging 11.5 points through the first two JV games. He's also had a few points with the varsity roster as well, as we have a three-point attempt by Cord Nealon that does not go through. Eagles won their last game against Lamar Sports Academy on November 9th, 89-77. And Jeriel, there's a great transition for a moment I thought would not result in the score, but the Tigers are now on the board. Cord Nealon with his first basket. I do not have stats for the Tigers, but I can tell you no wins, 4 losses on the season. They're averaging 72 points per game and allowing 88. Their last game was against Rose City Elite Academy, as that's Jesse Mitchell hitting the three. And Jeriel, Jesse's been doing that in each game so far.
Yeah, Jesse is our leading scorer on developmental. He's honestly a talented player. He can get to that basket. He's one that can get hot, and you don't want to let him get hot as an opponent.
He scored 20 against Lamar last weekend, and he had a phenomenal game, most of those points in the first half. He's averaging 13.5 through TBC's first 2.
Great player, honestly.
One is for 3. It's good. That's Cord Nealon. He has all 5 points, and the Tigers have their first lead. All game just underway, only 2 minutes in. Gavin Korth-Loader's working our camera for us, and he's doing a good job. And the JV games, they give us an opportunity to the guys learn some different roles other than playing. And it's good to see you guys in a little bit different capacity. As much as I love seeing you play ball, just seeing you be yourselves for once.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity to be out here. Thank you, Ray.
Eagles are able to pull off the stop. That's Brian Falcon we talked about a moment ago. Brian is a freshman from Orange Park, Florida, originally from Puerto Rico. Mitchell getting inside and getting the layup. And Mitchell now has 5 points, and we're tied at 5. 10 points total, scored by 2 different players. This one is for 3. The shot is good. That is Richard Dunstan. Yes, every player on the Tigers is a freshman, first year of college basketball. The head coach of the JV Tigers is Mr. Matthew Schonder. Head coach of the varsity program is Mr. Brian Skortz, who is also the athletic director. Masbach is on an excellent block. Mantrell Mosley with the defensive play a moment ago, but Amir Hardy, no, he didn't get the shot to go. Gerald, these two teams, they came to play today.
Definitely.
Going inside, but missing the layup thanks to the defense by Will Masbach. Was Nayland. He was slow to get up, and we'll have our first foul of the game. The foul's going against Mantrell Mosley. Of course, that's his first personal foul. And Jesse Mitchell is shooting 2. On the season, Jesse is 5 for 5 from the line. One thing I've noticed, Jeriel, both TBC teams doing a whole lot better at the free throw line so far this season.
Yeah, we have had an emphasis on that at practices.
And you have not had an easy schedule. You played FAMU last night. You played a couple of Division I teams. Division II as well, a very good New College of Florida. No wins yet, but the Eagles, they look like they're ready to break loose anytime.
We will soon, Ray.
You have Ave Maria coming up on Monday, the varsity team, that is. They're no slouches either. Falcon with the steal. Goes through 2 defenders, misses the layup. Nyland pulls down the rebound. Pass inside, spin move, and a that will send Tim Johnson to the line for 2. We do not have stats for the Tigers. Oh, they're calling that.
Good travel.
Offensive foul. And, Jerry, that's why I use an eraser. Gonna make mistakes in this. No big deal. Emil Hardy finds Falcon. Thought about the three-pointer. Jesse Mitchell, you don't want to leave him open. He misses this one, but you give him that kind of look, he's usually going to knock that one down.
He doesn't miss too many.
Strong on that last shot, but that one is good from Nayland. He has 11 points, or the team has 11. He has 8 of those points. 11-7. Brandon Hill is working the online scoreboard that you see on the screen. For many of you, this is your first time doing these kinds of roles because you're usually out there playing.
Yes, sir. You going to the line.
See who the foul is called on. Masbach will shoot 2. Foul is called on Tim Johnson. So that time I got it right. First of 2 from Masbach is good. He had only 1 opportunity so far on the season, so he's now a perfect 2 for 2. And our first look this afternoon at Andrew Yarbrow, freshman from right here in Jacksonville. Masbach goes 1 for 2. 11-8 Tigers lead. We've seen Andrew College quite a bit, especially in soccer, and softball teams have played each other also. And a beautiful spin move by Mosley. But I'm not having to guard that big guy down there. Mantrell Mosley gets his first basket of the afternoon. Bounce pass and sent outside to Mitchell. Eagles are able to hold on to possession, and Falcon goes high off the glass. A little too high, and I think Jesse was right there. Fortunate he didn't get called for the foul. Goes out of bounds. It is Tigers basketball. Gary, I know you wish you were out there on the court right now.
Definitely missing it.
But you told me this is pretty short term. You're going to be back in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
Tigers work the ball to the top of the lane. And a spin move. Masbach gets another block. That's one's for three. It's off the rim. Falcon is able to corral it after a couple of tips. Xavier Rose is working our official stats here for us this afternoon. And I won't say the point total because sometimes the coaches don't want that announced, but Gerald, you know, and everyone knows he is starting to close in on 1,000.
Oh, yeah, say he's not too far from it. He has had an excellent career here at Trinity Baptist College.
Fifth-year senior from Quitman, Georgia. Jesse Mitchell, I thought that was going in a little bit short.
Rebound.
Caleb Sullivan now on the court, sends it outside to Hardy, who got it way too strong. And the rebound by Richard Dunston. Point Tigers lead. Kind of a fadeaway jumper, and looked like Nyland wasn't really set to take that shot.
Excellent pass by Brian Falcon.
That's a missed opportunity right there. And we got a foul. Could be either man. They're calling it against Yarbrough. Personal foul number one, team foul number one. TBC missed a good opportunity to get points on the board on that one. Substitution for the Tigers. Number 15, Anthony Magwood-Spann now onto the court for head coach Matthew Schonder. Eagles came in averaging 76.5 points per game, allowing 77.5, shooting 44% from the field. High off the glass goes Tim Johnson for his first basket. 15-8. Well, you guys found yourselves down to Lamar and then came back and got the win. Don't put it out of the realm. Yeah. And don't let the JV label fool you. These guys can play ball.
Definitely. We tend to go by the developmental dogs. These guys got a lot of energy. They know how to turn our game around.
And the teams you play, Lamar Sports Academy, the Rep Center from here in Jacksonville, they have some gentlemen that can really play some basketball, and they're just looking for that opportunity.
Yeah, when it comes to these developmental games, these guys tend to play us harder. They want to show that they deserve opportunity.
Many of them do end up playing NAIA or above on scholarship, so it's great that in the last few years we're able to see these developmental teams really begin to take off. And Trinity Baptist, a couple of years ago, won a national championship in the NIT Bible College, so there's a lot to play for. Even if you're not on the varsity roster, these guys are proud. They know they'll get their opportunities. All they have to do is stick with it.
Great opportunity.
Got a timeout, 17-8 in favor of the Tigers. Did you see which team called the timeout?
The Eagles.
Eagles did. 30-second timeout. First one of the game. Last night, TBC varsity played at Florida A&M in their final Division I exhibition. Xavier Rose scored 23 points. Jaquez Anderson had 11, and Diego Fernandez had 10. Got a lot of guys who have performed well against the Division I competition.
Yeah, a lot of credit to the coaching staff. We have been getting pushed a lot this year. You see a lot of improvements.
Jesse Mitchell at the top of the arc, feeds Sullivan. I'm glad they're wearing numbers, because I can never tell if it's Haddon or Caleb out there. You guys, you're with them a lot more. You probably know them better.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with those twins.
Mitchell for three, a little bit short off the rim, and rebounded by DeShannon Williams. Mitchell again for three. He hasn't quite found the stroke yet, but they keep giving him looks. He will soon. Jesse Mitchell, second season. He's from Melbourne, Florida. And that time it looked like Davion really didn't get much into that shot. Beer Hardy coming back in, as is Brian Falcon. Mitchell and Yarbrough will head off. (17-8). Tigers, like we said, they came to play. They're putting on a show right now.
Yeah, just a slow start for us Eagles.
For that shot, they were at 75% so far. That'll go down a little bit, but they're still making their shots count. TBC is only 2 for 9 so far from the field.
Yeah, we really have struggled to find the basket.
You have a three-pointer, a deuce, and 3 free throws for the 8 points. That's Sullivan for 3. It's good. That might be the spark the Eagles need. Caleb Sullivan is averaging 10 points per game.
He himself does not miss too many of those. In our first 2 games, he's shooting at 72%, which is crazily impressive.
Yeah, and he typically goes from three-point range. Masbach with the block on Adams LaPlante.
Not too many guys could get a shot off on Will.
Yeah, Will, that's his specialty, defense. He will block many shots. He'll also get some rebounds. Of course, when you're 6'7", you're going to get some rebounds and some blocks.
Definitely. Big guy.
Will's also on the varsity roster as well. He's from Orange Park, just a few miles away. Falcon inside the paint. I thought he was going to lay it in. He should have gone for the shot, as that pass to Hardy was well off the mark. You want to be a team player, but when you get an opportunity like that, you want to take advantage. Paint, missing the shot was Span, and a good rebound for Michael Carter. Michael stands about 6'8" himself. That's 24. Spin move, short jumper, a little too strong, and Jerry L, the Eagles are having trouble getting the ball in the net.
Yeah, we have had a lot of good looks, just struggling to find the basket.
3 for 10 so far. Falcon putting on the defense. Shot clock at 15. Tigers work the ball to a wide open three-point shooter. It is off the mark, but a great is good for Magwood Span. His second score. One thing the Tigers are doing, they're following the shots, and on their rare misses, they're getting the rebounds.
Yeah, right now it just looks like they want it more.
Falcon takes the handoff, then dishes it to Sullivan for 3, and he's got his stroke working.
And he's still in that hot streak. Caleb Sullivan, talented player.
Eagles have now pulled to within 5, 19-14, past the midway point of the first half. Kind of a turnaround jumper. It's good for Magwood Span, and Span is looking good inside the paint. Sullivan calling for the ball. He's in the open spot for 3. Now he crosses over to the far side, takes the pass from Falcon. He's double teamed, leaves Carter wide open. The jumper is good.
It's a great shot by Michael Carter Jr.
Yeah, he's averaging 7 points per game. They gave him a wide open look. That's an easy shot. That's pretty if it goes. Those slam dunks have to go in an offensive foul.
Carter made the smart play and taking the charge there. We work on that. He's a hustle player. He's a guy that's willing to sacrifice for the team, do whatever it takes to get us going.
There you go. Turn up the mic a little bit. Try to give you a little more volume there. I had your mic turned down a little bit. My fault.
You're all good, right?
Eagles could cut it to 3 or 2 with a three-point play. Falcon to Sullivan, wide open. He got a great look.
He just does not miss. Caleb Sullivan.
I mean, he had time to get a drink before taking that shot, and he, like Jesse Mitchell, he's not one that the defense wants to give that kind of a look from three-point range. 30-second timeout. We're going to pause here. We'll be back after the brief message from the NCCAA. Jerry L, the Eagles are starting to pick it up now.
Yeah,
what's that percentage they're at?
They're at 46% now. They seem to find their groove offensively. Caleb Sullivan came in with a great spark, has not missed.
He is 3 for 3 from three-point range, and the deficit is down to 2. It was 8 just a few moments ago.
An elite spark bench. Right now, it seems like our Eagle could use our defense, something to get us going defensively, slow these Tigers down.
They are playing defense, but the Tigers, when they get an opening, they're taking advantage, and they're not missing very much. This ball goes out of bounds.
They came out red hot as well.
And it's going to stay with the Tigers, 20 on the shot clock. That is for three. It's a little wide to the right.
A rebound by Deshannen Williams. Amir Hardy with the take. Amir Hardy is fouled.
Well, it doesn't count, but notice Falcon following the shot, got it there for the rebound, but the foul will nullify the basket and send Amir Hardy to the line. But Falcon staying heads up, following the shot for the potential rebound. Hardy at the line. First free throws of the season. And this one a little bit short. Amir's averaging 3.5 points per game, and we're just glad that he's out there on the court. I won't get into it, but you've heard of the injury. Hardy goes 1 for 2. Eagles now within one. 7:42 and counting left first half. Eagles have hit 3 of 4 free throws. 4 of 6. All stripped away. However, getting it back and putting up the shot is LaPlante, but he misses the layup. Eagles very tight on the defense. He could get his feet still, or he would have fired off another 3.
Definitely.
Thought about it, gave it up to Falcon. Bounce pass to a wide open Coleman Smith inside the paint.
Now, Brian Falcon is in this last game.
They forgot about Coleman Smith, and he just snuck right by, got inside the paint, and got the easy layup. Coleman Smith, a freshman from Aiken, South Carolina. There's a wide open 3. That one is off the rim. Falcon with the rebound.
And the shot for Caleb Sullivan. His first miss.
Ah, you jinxed him, Jeriel. This is his first miss. You hit 3 out of 4 from 3. You're doing very well. You consider that 33% from 3 is considered good. You're at 75%. You're doing something right. Tigers are now struggling a little bit just in the last few moments. Overall, they're shooting very well at 73%, but they've missed their last couple of opportunities to extend the lead.
Michael Carter Jr. so is back in the game for Deshannen Williams.
Carter, a freshman from Valdosta. He's listed at 6'5".
Here comes Haddon Sullivan making his first appearance in the game.
And Haddon, just like Caleb, he can fire from long range too. His specialty is defense and moving the ball. He's very good at finding the open man. Mitchell back at the scorer's table. High pass pulled down by Nyland. Well, we talked about Haddon in his defense. He nearly got a turnover. Off the glass goes Tim Johnson, and sometimes you play great defense and the other guy just finds a way to beat you.
Great job walling up from Michael Carter Jr.
I noticed you did that a lot against Clinton, kept them outside the arc, but they started hitting those three-pointers. There's Haddon Sullivan, a little bit strong.
He, like Caleb, they honestly do not miss too many.
Haddon gets in on defense, however. Johnson again off the glass. This time it doesn't go, and Smith with the rebound. Falcon will slow it down and allow his teammates to get into position. Smith feeding Falcon. Eagles work the ball to the right side. That's Sullivan. Haddon off the rim. That one looked good coming out of his hands. Bill Mosbach has joined Mitchell at the table. And one Tiger over there. Can't quite see his number to see who it is. It's all the way to the outside to Nyland. 10 to shoot. Eagles working that defense, forcing the Tigers to retreat. Now they'll fire the 3. And it's off the rim. The rebound by Mosley, and he'll get up there and over everybody. And Mosley, I don't have a listing, but he looks like he's about 6'9", and it's going to be hard to guard him. But Will Masbach is ready to take that challenge.
Excellent pass by Brian Falcon. Carter Jr. will be going to the line.
So Carter will shoot 2. 2 for 4 so far on the season.
Now, a lot of credit to these Eagles. Way to stay in the game. We did start the game off very slow. We have picked it up offensively and defensively, slowing down these Tigers.
And Carter hits the first of 2. Remember, they were 2 for their first 9, and they're now shooting 44%. So in the last few minutes, the Eagles have really started to shoot the ball a lot better. Here come Mitchell and Masbach. And also
Rivera.
Gary De Leon Rivera. One thing about you guys, you become good friends pretty quickly.
Oh, yes, sir. We love each other.
And we know that's important on the court even. When you get to know each other's tendencies on and off the court, it just makes playing with each other that much easier.
Indeed.
Carter goes 2 for 2 at the line, and the Eagles are back to within a point. Very fast-paced first half there, Jerry-El.
Indeed, a lot of back and forth.
One good thing, the Eagles have only one team foul. This one is for 3, and it's good. And again, good defense, got beaten by a long-range shot.
Yeah, these Tigers are still red hot. Slowed down for a bit, but they have not lost it.
Well, they're averaging 72 points per game. Thing is, they're allowing 88.
These games usually do come down to defense.
Defense and free throws.
That was an excellent pass by Brian.
Yeah, sometimes we'll say who makes the basket and forget to give credit to the man who finds him, and that was Falcon with a beautiful pass. And it looks like we have a foul on a 3-point shot. That's going against Gary De Leon Rivera. It's only team foul number 2, but 3 free throws for Cord Nyland. These are the first foul shots for the Tigers. Only team foul number 2 with still 3 minutes left in the half. First one a little bit short. I've said many times, Jerry-El, in a close game, this you're looking at right here, the foul shots, they're going to determine the winner.
Oh, yeah.
And number 2 is up and in. So Nyland goes 1 for 2.
It's fouled by our very own Gary De Leon Rivera. But Gary provides a lot for us defensively.
And it is a 3-shot foul. He was shooting a 3-pointer, so he goes 2 for 3. Now 10 points for Cord Nyland. Eagles varsity last night at FAMU was 11 for 15 from the line, a very good 73%. Had a little trouble shooting in the first half, but a much better second half. And there we're going to have another foul on De Leon Rivera. Varsity team has had a really tough schedule. Division 1s and 2s, some of the toughest NAIA competition, but that gets them ready for conference play coming in January. And a high pass, Mitchell could not stay in bounds. Almost like he was trying to stay in to get the touchdown.
Very hard pass to catch.
Speaking of touchdown, Trinity Christian Academy varsity football came from behind to win the playoff game last night against McClay, and fantastic job by the Conquerors.
Congratulations to them.
Little pull-up jumper, no good, and rebounded by Mitchell. Eagles trail by 4, 2.5 left to go. Carter wide open, a long 2, does not go, and the rebound pulled in by Saquon Hutcherson. Carter's not going to miss that shot very often. 2:16 left. Is looking to extend a 4-point lead. Not at this trip. Here's Carter. and lays it in. He wanted to dunk it, but he started to lose control of the ball and did the wise thing and got the easy points. Tell by the look on his face, he wanted to jam it in.
Smart play.
Well, Mosbach got ball with his hand, but got the body, and that's the reason for the foul. It is personal foul number 1, team foul number 3, and 2 free throws for Mantrell Mosley, his first attempts of the day. Tigers have had only 3 free throws. They've hit 2 of them. There goes Kieran over there once again. Well, Kieran does a lot of different things and does them all very well.
Yeah, he's our manager. He's very much appreciated. He does a lot for us.
I've known Kieran a long time. He was in my 9th grade physical science class.
It's been around for a minute.
He's just a wonderful young man, too. First shot did not go. Here comes number 2. It is off the rim. Carter bats it to Falcon. And Mitchell took his eye off the ball.
Looking to shoot before he caught the ball.
Yeah.
An unfortunate turnover.
Got to secure the ball. Can't do anything else until you have control. That's going to happen to everybody at one point.
Definitely.
Even Michael Jordan dropped the ball once. I'm sorry, Jerry. I got to say, Jordan, I think, was better than LeBron. I know that's a big controversy.
Hard to debate, for sure.
I'll tell you what, I'll take either of them on my team. Richard Dunston buries an NBA range 3. It's a 5-point Tigers lead coming up toward the final minute of the first half. Sullivan couldn't get inside. 10 to shoot. Falcon uses Carter for the screen, goes inside, and what an excellent move by Brian Falcon.
An elite read by Brian Falcon. He's honestly a great young point guard.
And that's his first basket, averaging 11.5, but Michael Carter set the screen and Falcon worked it to perfection. Bounce pass just kept in bounds by Mosley. Shot clock at 13. Eagles again putting on a really good tight zone defense. But getting beat once again, that's Tim Johnson. Tigers know how to shoot the ball over the defense. It's just one of those games that the Eagles are doing everything right. The Tigers are just outmaneuvering them as the shot clock winds down. Game clock's about to wind down. 10 on the shot clock. 1 second difference. 5 seconds. Falcon pulls up, hits the 3 off the rim, and that'll be the end of the first half. With the score, Andrew College 35, Trinity Baptist 30. Jerry L., what are your thoughts on both teams here in the first half?
It's been a great back and forth. Both a little bit slow. Both came out hot at certain points. Just a fun game to watch overall. Our Eagles are down right now, but I don't think it will stay that way for long.
Coach Brandon Raines, who is a 2-time national champion with TBC's NIT Small Bible College Championship team under Coach Pat Milligan. So they're in good hands as they head into the locker room. And typically TBC's been a pretty good second half team.
Yeah, we tend to pick it up. We're a team that doesn't give up. And as you mentioned, Coach Raines is a great head coach. I'm pretty sure he'll come up with something.
The difference right now is Andrew is shooting 65% from the field. TBC, after that slow start, they're up to 50% now at the line. The Eagles are 6 out of 7. The Tigers 2 out of 3. And the 3-point field goals are tied at 4 each. Well, Jerry L., we're going to pause here for halftime, and it's up to you, coming back or passing the mic, and we're glad to have you here. Hope to see you back there out on the court.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ray.
You're watching men's basketball JV style between Trinity Baptist and Andrew College here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Stay with us. Welcome back to Trinity Gymnasium, where the JV Eagles are trailing the Tigers from Andrew College 35-30. I want to thank Jerry L. Santana for joining us in the first half. And now for the second half, TBC Eagles sophomore guard from Longwood, Florida, Jabari Quinn, unavailable to play right now, but just told me he'll be back in January. And Jabari, tell us about the first half and what you thought of how the Eagles and the Tigers played.
Well, I definitely feel like we could have done a lot better, but for the score to only be 35-30, and we didn't play our best half, I feel like the best is still yet to come in the second half.
Yeah, the trouble was at the beginning when the Eagles started off just 2 for 9. They're now 10 for 20. That's the difference in the game. The Tigers are shooting 65% from the field.
We just got to be a lot more consistent, taking better shots and not settling for the shots that they give us, and forcing the issue. Like moments like that.
Like that ball has to go in.
That's a great pass by Brian. Just got to get a finish by Will. Things like that, like our coach tells us, little things that make a big difference on the court.
Tigers work the ball around the perimeter. Then Tim Johnson powers his way inside. He now has 8 points, and the lead is up to 7 for the Tigers. Throughout the first half, Jabari, the Eagles played good defense, but then Andrew would just fire off shots like we just saw Brian take, and most of theirs were going in.
At the end of the day, basketball is a game of runs. Basketball can go either way, either day. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
sometimes you get the hot hand. Sometimes the other team get a hot hand.
And it will trade, especially, too. You get the Eagles go on a 12-point run, then the Tigers could do the same thing, and you can't take anybody for granted, even with a big lead.
Definitely can't. It's a good idea by Jesse right there.
Yeah, a couple of missed opportunities on, from what up here looks like easy shots, but I'm not the one down there being guarded by 6'7" defenders.
Yeah, we work on shots like that every day. It's a little different in game, of course.
It's a lot easier to talk about the game and play it. Oh, we got a little problem underneath the basket.
I'll tell you right now, Ray, Jesse is not the one you want to mess with.
They're calling a double foul. Jesse Mitchell for the Eagles and Cord Nyland for the Tigers.
Jesse's usually very level-headed, but on the court, tempers flare. We're down right now.
Caleb Sullivan will take over for Mitchell. And the Tigers will inbound. Already with a 7-point lead.
Got to keep our heads in the game. Not focus on the talk.
Shake things off and just play Eagles basketball.
Definitely.
Osbach on guard of Mosley. The biggest men on the court. Pull-up jumper is good for Richard Dunstan, who now has 8 points. He hit 2 threes in the first half. Falcon to Amir Hardy for 3. It's good. They're missing a couple of opportunities to start the second half. Hardy with the long three-pointer cuts the deficit down to 6.
Amir works on that shot every day in the gym. I would really like to see him more confident in shooting it because he's a very good shooter.
And a terrific bounce pass from Dunstan to Hutcherson. That's the first basket for Saquon Hutcherson. He's on guard of Falcon, and Falcon is rejected but will go to the line.
That's a great take by Brian.
Yeah, Jabari, Jerry Allen and I were talking during the first half the importance of the free throws, and so far both Eagles teams have done a very good job at the line this season.
Oh, definitely. We emphasize shooting our free throws and making our free throws in practice because nobody wants to run. So we make sure that even in our off time, we practice on our free throws.
The Eagles now 7 for 8 from the line. As Falcon hits the first of 2. He now has 3 points, pending number 2, which is also good.
Enjoy watching Brian play. I feel like if he just sticks to it, he could be a really good player for TBC in the future.
That's the main purpose of the developmental teams. Get the guys some reps who aren't likely going to start on varsity. And Carter was really looking for an offensive foul but did not get the call. As Quindarius Rudolph gets his first basket, if I saw that correctly.
He did. By Michael right there out to Brian. Good passing to Caleb Sullivan.
He had a great look, but just a little strong, and Caleb's not going to miss that wide open shot very often.
Only the first shot of the half. They definitely won't be making that mistake again.
Three, this one is good. That's 4 now for Caleb Sullivan, a total of 12 points. Eagles back to within 5. That was the halftime margin.
Very talented shooter.
Caleb Manhattan Sullivan from Lecanto, Florida, sophomores here at TBC. Great pass inside, and that ball should have dropped in for Rudolph. Sometimes the ball just doesn't cooperate. It did that time for Brian Falcon, however.
Great pull-up mid-range shot. That's Brian's shot right there. I would love to see him take it more instead of settling for threes sometimes.
They're starting to heat up here in the second half, and like Jabari said a moment ago, each team could go on a quick run.
Like
There's a steal. Falcon has an option, but he tries to take it himself, misses the layup. Tigers respond with a quick transition of their own.
Way to beat there, Brian.
Steal. Oh, he avoided traveling on that one because he came down with all the momentum, backpedaling, and a great assist. And Falcon to Michael Carter for the basket. Michael Carter now with 10 points. Came in averaging 7. Jabari, the Eagles have heated up in the last couple of minutes.
Basketball is a game of runs. Right now it's our run. We got to make sure we extend it.
30-second timeout, 16-18 left in regulation. This is the only game we have for you this afternoon. The varsity will play at Ave Maria University this coming Monday at 5, then pause for Thanksgiving break.
Trying to go into the break, leaving on a win right now.
Women's team is now off until after Thanksgiving, and they have some players out injured. Hopefully this will give them a chance to recover, get back to full strength very soon. As a women's team, they have a lot more talent, but that talent has been out hurt.
Well, that's the reason why we have breaks. Give their players time to rest up, time to get healthy. Hopefully they can come back even stronger after the break.
Far side, this one is for 3. It's off the front of the rim.
Hands up.
And a good rebound and a missed shot from Tim Johnson.
Hard not to want to cheer for the team while I'm on commentary.
Yeah. These are not only your teammates, these are your friends as well.
Definitely. Going through practice, going through conditioning, just being able to be around these guys has become like brothers.
Falcon off the rim. In the hands of Quindarius Rudolph.
I would like to see us put a lot more pressure on the ball. Every time we put pressure on the ball, we end up getting a steal, so I would really like to see us do that.
Masbach, a little late whistle, but body contact. And that's going to be foul number 2 on Will Masbach. And that will send Anthony Magwood-Spann to the line, and he has 7 points already. Andrew hasn't had many attempts at the line, just 2 for 3 so far. Make that 2 for 5. And this one a little wide to the right. Jesse Mitchell coming back in. Amir Hardy will head off to make room.
Definitely need Jesse to stay in this game, stay level-headed.
Yeah, 20 points in the last game against Lamar. Missed a couple of shots early, but give him some opportunities. He will end up responding.
Jesse's a very great scorer, especially when he uses all of his tools.
Magwood-Spann goes 1 for 2, 8 total points. The lead is 2 for the Tigers. Bach hands off to Sullivan. Puts up a really good screen, but Sullivan is stripped. Defense by the Tigers. Mitchell could not get the dunk to go. Mitchell on the defense, but the rebound and the putback very quickly by Adams LaPlante. Sullivan for 3, good.
Another for Caleb right there.
That
Pretty
is
sure he's
his-
up to 5.
That is his 5th of the game. He's missed only a couple.
You got something you just can't teach.
Eagles within a point.
Love the pressure.
They haven't led
Forcing to make some
since 2-0.
mistakes.
Sullivan, he's only 5'10",
Great
but
pass.
he can get some rebounds too. Great pass, great relay,
Michael
and a great
Carter
layup.
with a flashy pass. Looking like Magic Johnson out there.
And the Eagles have their first lead since 2-0.
You know, in practice, Mike always throw passes like that. I love to see him work out in games. Give us a great energy boost right there.
Eagles on the defense, 6 to shoot. Osbach on guard. Johnson misses. Rebound by Rudolph. And a block for Mosbach.
Amazing block, amazing defense.
We may have to start calling him Maz Block. And look at Jesse Mitchell go through 3 defenders and get the layup.
Great bucket by Jesse.
9 points for Mitchell. Eagles lead by 3. What do you think, Jabari? Will Maz block?
Definitely.
All right. Will, you have a new nickname?
Definitely be hearing about it.
That one is for 3. It's off the front of the rim. Dunstan trying to get inside. Couldn't get through the double team, but he did find help underneath. And Mitchell will foul, sending Magwood Span to the line.
You know, moments like that, I definitely like the foul better than just letting the guy get an open two. Definitely want to make them work for all of their points.
Anthony Magwood Span, 1 for 2 so far today. That was just a couple of moments ago. Trying to pull his team back to within 1. And the first of 2 is good. Very important to make those free throws in a close game. 1 new man for each team. Coleman Smith for the Eagles, Mantrell Mosley for the Tigers. And it also looks like Cord Nyland is back on the court. First one was good. Number 2, also true, and 10 points now for Anthony Magwood Span. Eagles lead by 1. Falcon double teamed outside the arc, gets around the 2 defenders and lays it in. And
You know, in basketball, when you see the little things, little tactics that other players try to do, you always love to get a bucket off of that.
foul's called on Dedrick Dion Taylor, his first, team foul number 3. And Falcon is 2 for 2, a chance at a 3-point play. Right now, 8 total points, and make it 9. Eagles having a terrific second half so far. They're at 60% on the game now. So far, outscoring 22-13 in the second half. A lot of contact, no call. The ball goes out of bounds. It's Tigers' ball.
Love when the refs let the boys play. Basketball is a very physical sport.
Plant all the way across the court to Nyland. Great pass. Mantrell Mosley snuck in behind the defense. Credit Mosley there. And no. Mosley with the rebound. The plant to Dunstan. Mosley outside to Nyland. That was a pretty shot right there. That's
that one
13
going in from
points.
a mile away.
And has a really good stroke. That's his 3rd three-pointer.
Like I said, basketball is a game of runs. Right now they're on the run. We got to quickly stop it. Frustrated.
Coleman Smith will let him go, not get the unnecessary foul, and Nyland now with 15. He is a leading scorer, actually tied with Caleb Sullivan. Hey, Tigers brought some really good fans down with them from Cuthbert.
They definitely did.
And the Tigers have regained the lead, 55-22. I said 22, 55-52. Delay for some housekeeping duties on the left side of the court.
That's our captain right there, DJ Thompson. Always love seeing our captains get involved, showing leadership, even off the court, and they're not playing.
Andrew is shooting 69%. They haven't had as many opportunities in the second half as the first, but they're typically converting when they do get a chance to score. Hand off to Yarbrough. Eagles work it to Mitchell. A long-range three, in and out. And a rebound by Mosley. Eagles have cooled off in the last couple of moments. As Jabari said a couple of times, a game of runs to get that momentum back.
Always.
That one is for three. It's a little strong. And Carter will tangle up with Magwood Span. And it's going to be Trinity's ball, the foul called against Magwood Span.
We love the hustle right there out of Michael Carter. He's definitely a player that surprised me this year.
First personal foul, fifth team foul. So the Tigers have one more foul to give. We still have 11 minutes left in the second half.
Definitely a closer game than we were expecting, but we love the adversity. Facing challenges as a team.
It's a lot more fun when the game is close.
Oh, yeah. We can learn from our mistakes, see what we did good, and take it into the next game.
With the spin move and the jumper. Michael Carter now has a dozen. He goes back to within one.
When Mike's confident, he's, I don't even know what to say about him when he's confident. He's definitely a harder player to stop.
Oh, what a pretty shot from Nyland. 18 points, his fourth three-pointer. Jabari, Cord Nyland looking good out there for Andrew.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Sullivan.
Another one.
I got to admit, I thought that would be a two. It looked from up here like his toe was on the line, but he pulled it back just in time. Caleb Sullivan with 6 three-pointers for the Eagles.
That's great court awareness by Caleb right there.
Avoids the contact, but Mosley is able to get over the big man and get the basket.
They've gotten that layup at least 3 or 4 times now. It's definitely got to be something we got to watch out for.
10 points now for Mosley. 3-point lead for the Tigers. And that's going to be an unfortunate traveling violation. Sullivan slips on some moisture on the floor. I know that's the rule, but that's a tough break right there.
Yeah, definitely while we're trying to make a run.
Fortunately, Caleb is all right. Coleman Smith will head out. Jesse Mitchell will also head out. Shannon Williams on the court. Ansbach also back in for TBC. About 9.5 to go. Regardless of who wins, this has been one of the most exciting games we've had here this season.
Oh, 100%. It's always good when we can get a team that's going to give us a good challenge, help us get better.
And a steal again, but this one's going Andrew's way. Looks like Yarbrough is going to get called for the push. And for Andrew Yarbrough, his second personal foul, team foul number 3. Yarbrough will come out. Ryan Falcon back in. Many people, Jabari, will see JV on the schedule or developmental and think, that's not worth watching. But you guys have had some really exciting games so far.
We have a lot of talented players on our team who really love the game of basketball. So it doesn't matter if it's JV or varsity. We're going to come out here and play the game like it's our last. Coach Raines, he always tells us to be grateful and enjoy the moment, and I think that's what a lot of us are just trying to do.
And he played some good competition also.
100%. Everybody can play basketball. If you're at this level, you're no slouch.
We'll let you know the upcoming games for both the Tigers and the Eagles. Developmental teams. And another good-looking shot for Nyland. He is now at 21 points. He has really found his stroke in the last few minutes. Coach Raines will call a timeout with the score, Andrew College 63 and Trinity Baptist 59. Up next, as usual, we'll start with our guests. Andrew College developmental team will be home against New Rock Prep White on December 2nd at 6 p.m. And then they are scheduled at Omega Academy, a team they've already played twice, on December 5th. And at the moment, at least, that's all on the schedule for Andrew JV. Those schedules tend to change quite a bit as more teams want to get some extra games in. So, Andrew College fans, keep your eye on the JV schedule. It is possible they add more. Of course, we can't promise that. Trinity Baptist will have the developmental game here against North Florida Prep on Saturday, December 7th. And then back here against Rose Elite on December 14th, a team that Andrew has played already, and Rose Elite won that game 80-56 just 2 days ago. And that'll be it for December. And there are 5 more games scheduled on the developmental squad. You can find our schedule on TBCEagles.com. You'll have to go to the main men's basketball page first, but then on the menu at the top, click on JV schedule, and if you hit the 3-dot menu, you'll see the roster and the stats as well. Jabari, we have 8.5 left to go. What are you looking for out of TBC in the last 8.5?
A lot of attention to detail, noticing the small things that they're doing on offense, especially the play where they kick it from wing to wing and get it inside. We definitely got to watch it. They got at least 3 or 4 buckets in a row off that.
Masbach has a screen. Pull up. That's for 2. It is off the rim and rebounded by Johnson. Of course, you know Andrew's not going to let up. They're looking for their first win, and they are ahead by 4. Coming up on 8 minutes left. Another great pass inside to Mosley, who now has 12. Assist. Falcon finds Masbach, and Masbach with the basket. 7 points now for Masbach.
Attacking the basket opens up so much. Definitely want to see us continue to do that. That's the only way we can chip down at this lead right now.
That's for 3 from Nyland. I thought that one was in. Carter with the pass and a missed opportunity.
You always hate that.
Well, no one's going to hit every single layup, but it is frustrating. You get a shot like that, it just won't cooperate.
Yeah, you always hate to see it.
Carter, though, on the defense, is able to keep Johnson out. Falcon for 3. To the right, off the rim, out of bounds. Andrews' ball. Carter, the last one to touch it. He is saying that it wasn't him. Officials say Andrews' ball. A couple of new Eagles onto the court. Yarbrough and Hardy, and our first look this afternoon at Jordan Raines. 6'3", junior guard from Ocala. What can you tell us about Jordan Raines?
He's a player with a lot of potential. I still think he's trying to find his footing, trying to find out where he, fits on the court. But he has great size, great length. He's a very, explosive player, sneakily. You would never expect that of him.
And that's going to be a foul on either Masbach or Hardy. 3 men all hit the floor very hard. That's going against Will Masbach. That's his 3rd. And Nyland very slow to get up. Let's hope he's all right. Of course, these are tough young men out there.
Nobody wants to come out of the game.
Well, they nicknamed the floor hardwood for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Nyland has 21 points. They'll give him the time he needs to regroup. 2 for 4 at the line.
Definitely don't want to see a player hurt, but
As
slow
much
him
as
down a little bit.
Yeah. Of course, you want to win the game, but
Yeah.
safety first. You don't want anybody hurt.
Yeah, never that. At the end of the day, it's just a game.
4-point lead. Nyland looking to make it 5 and 6, and there's 5. 22 points for Cord Nyland. Free throw number 2 is also good. A lot of credit to Cord Nyland. Hit that floor very hard, got shaken up, shook that off, and hit 2 free throws. That's not as easy to do as it might sound. Andrew Yarbrough with his first basket. Freshman from Jacksonville.
I'm being honest with you. I think Andrew is probably the fastest player on the court right now. Would love to see him keep using his speed.
Raines is able to bat the ball towards Yarbrough, who's going through 2. Had the ball knocked away momentarily, but re-controls. Sullivan outside to Raines. It's off the rim.
That's a great shot by Jordan, and that's one he could definitely knock down. Would love to see him hit that.
Pass to Johnson. He's triple teamed now, and that leaves a man wide open. Hutcherson back to Johnson off the rim. And Raines out leaping Darius Rudolph.
Great rebound.
Jordan Raines has a terrific vertical leap. He's also 6'3", and that helps too. 15 to shoot. Yarbrough back near midcourt. Shot clock now under 10. Sullivan for 3 off to the right.
That's a
That ball just kind of seemed to tail.
rare miss right there.
This one is for 3. It is off the rim. Rebound by Rudolph. Another 3 from Dunston. It's good. Richard Dunston now with 11 and a 7-point lead for Andrew. Hey, Jabari, credit these Andrew fans here. They are loud and proud of their team on the floor.
Yeah, definitely. We've been, especially with games like ours, we always get fans coming, but they're probably like the loudest ones out, especially out of what we played right now.
That's Hardy for 3. Good. Amir Hardy with his second 3. Makes it a 4-point margin, 7 total points for Hardy.
Love the confidence out of Amir. Definitely a shot he can hit. Definitely going to need him to keep shooting at the end of the game right here, especially while we're trying to make a run.
Osbach looks like he'll be called for his 4th foul.
Oh.
It's 2 shots for Tim Johnson. No, they called the foul on Jordan Raines, number 1. Throw does not go. Bar, this looks like it's going to come right down to the final buzzer.
It definitely looks like it will, but we got some players on our team who love moments like this. So
Mitchell, Falcon, and Carter re-enter. Johnson missed his first, but hits his second. Tim Johnson with 9. The lead is 5. Falcon, 1-on-3, lost control of the ball, but it was batted out of bounds. So Eagles get possession, 21 on the shot clock. 4:16 left to play. Fade away, a little too short. Now, if he hadn't faded away and went straight up, that ball may have dropped in. But that takes a little momentum off the shot. Laquan Hutcherson hits the sideline. A break for the Eagles. TBC has hit 9 3-pointers, 8 for the Tigers. Both these teams hitting from long range. To get it to Carter, he had to extend a little too much. That may have cost him the shot. Had to make sure the ball stayed in bounds first. Up on 3.5 left to go. Help on the inside, and Tim Johnson lays it in. Johnson now in double digits with 11. And a 7-point lead.
Great
Mitchell.
move by Jesse.
You alluded to Jesse Mitchell a little while ago. He is not afraid to make contact.
Oh, definitely not.
Good pass and a good pull-up jumper by Johnson. 13 now for Johnson. Falcon could not respond. Get the rebound. It's a 7-point lead and an unforced error by Nyland. He hasn't made too many errors. That one gives the ball back to TBC. 2:53 left. We have a 30-second timeout called by Coach Matthew Schonder. And if I have it right, Andrew has all their fulls and are out of 30s. TBC also has all their fulls and 130. All right, we'll pause here. We'll be back in just a moment. Ray Bureau along with TBC Eagle sophomore Jabari Quinn, unable to play right now, but doing an excellent job with us here on the mic. Jabari, 2:53 left. Andrew's gotten hot. Eagles have cooled off a little bit. See if that changes in the final less than 3 minutes.
All it takes is one play to shift the momentum. Hopefully we can make that play with a win. We change the course of the game right now.
Court Nyland with 24 points for the Tigers. My mistake, 23. I think I counted one free throw twice. 75-68. Amir Hardy across midcourt. Bach to Mitchell. 4-3, a little short. Ball batted out of bounds. It's TBC. Got a hand on it last. 20 on the shot clock. Ball did hit the rim. Sullivan to Mazbach. By Mosley. Gets around Mosley. A great pass from Sullivan, and Mazbach with the basket.
Definitely an underrated part of Caleb's game is his ability to pass the ball. Everyone's focused on his shooting, so when he gets a hot hand, he makes a lot of great passes.
Andrew has led for almost the entire game. Eagles had a lead for a few minutes earlier in the half. And a really nice pass and a charge inside by Nyland, who now has 25. And with the basket, neither team giving up anything as far as hustle goes. We're going to have a foul. Looks like it's Michael Carter. That's his first. It is team foul number 6. So once the ball's back in play, Andrew's in bonus the rest of the way. Tigers have committed just 4 team fouls. First of 2 for Tim Johnson is good. Both teams are getting it done at the line. There have been a lot more free throws by the Eagles. They're 10 of 11. Johnson goes 2 for 2 right there. 7 for 11 on the second half are the Tigers. Jesse Mitchell and 1. Mitchell will go to the line.
This have would a lead make over us, but one thing about it is we're never going to go away. We're definitely not going to make it easy on anybody.
Mitchell has hit both his free throws so far today. If he converts, it would be a 4-point game. And it's good. And a timeout with 1:38 left. And the score will be adjusted. It is 79-75. You said it a moment ago, Jabari, neither team quitting, especially Trinity Baptist. Andrew, again, looking for its first win. And Trinity Baptist 1-1. Exciting game here this afternoon. I know you want to be out there on the court, see what you can do these last few moments.
I can picture it in my head right now, but just being patient.
Yeah, I'm seeing you hit a half-court three-pointer to win it, right at the buzzer.
I would love that. That'll be something to talk about for a long time.
Eagles back out onto the court for the final 1:38. Mitchell, Sullivan, Falcon, Carter, and Masbach. And for the Tigers, Mosley, Hutcherson, Johnson, Dunstan, and Nyland.
That'll be the five that ends up the game right here. Very talented five.
Eagles need to get a stop. They do, but a foul. Well, we thought we had to stop right there, but Falcon called for the body check. It's only his first, but it does put Andrew at the line. 1-1.
Hate to see it.
Richard Dunstan will shoot the free throw in his first attempt of the afternoon. Front end of the 1-1 is good. Lost track of the free throw count, but I know both teams are doing very well. Number 2 is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Carter. It's a 5-point game with 1.5 minutes left. Mitchell runs the baseline. Underhand layup does not go. Andrew with the good charge. Pass to Hutcherson. They'll slow it down. They have the lead. They're not in too much of a hurry. One back at midcourt. The double team leaves Dunstan wide open. They're going to use up as much time as they can.
We're definitely looking very scrambled right now.
That's Hutcherson for 3. He'll get the rebound. Inside to Johnson. Second chance, no. Third chance, no. Fourth chance, foul. Two shots coming for Saquon Hutcherson. 2 total points. He hasn't attempted a free throw yet. Foul's called on Brian Falcon, his second. And that one does not go. So even if he makes this one, it is still a 2-possession game.
Definitely don't want to rush, and definitely don't feel like we need a 3.
He misses them both.
Easy shot right now.
Whatever score you can get right now. 5-point deficit. Falcon for 3. Yes!
Told you. That are ready for the moment.
Well, Jabari, it could come down to your half-court 3. Falcon now with 16 and a timeout. It's a 2-point margin, 47.4 seconds left in regulation. The way this one's going, I wouldn't be surprised if we go overtime. Of course, as I say that, I remember the Clinton game. Went overtime. I'm telling you, that ball Clinton shot, it hit off the rim, the glass, the rim, the glass, and then stood on the rim for 3 full seconds before dropping in.
That was a rough one to watch.
And then Clinton ended up with the overtime win. That ball falls the other way. The Eagles win that game. 100%. You're talking about a team that averages 100 points a game, and Trinity Baptist held them to, I believe it was 76 or something like that in overtime.
We pride ourselves on defense.
The defense was great. Tigers ball, 47 seconds left. Eagles looking to get a stop. They can run the baseline after a made basket. They're putting on the press. Leaves a couple men open. Mosley pulls it down. Back to midcourt. Inside to Mosley. Finds Johnson. Basket is good. It's a two-possession game. Through two defenders. Mitchell, 4-3. And this one misses. Mosley with the rebound, and now the Eagles have no choice. They have to foul to stop the clock. That's team foul number 9, so 1 and 1. And heading to the line is Mantrell Mosley. He's missed both attempts so far today. He does have 14 points. And Mosley ready for the first of two. 1 and 1, actually. Well, I had it right, first of two.
Yep.
15 points for Mantrell Mosley. And free throw number 2 is also good to give him 16. 84-78. It is a two-possession game. In 4-3. It's good. He was looking for the foul, didn't get the call. Eagles have to put on the pressure. And the foul will stop the clock. Now, even one free throw right here is going to seal it. Mantrell Mosley at the line. 16 points.
Definitely rough to see right now, being in this tough spot, but all we can do is hope for 2 misses.
Again, 3-point lead, so if he hits even one, pretty much going to do it. And now we are ready to take the shots. And this one is good. Four-point lead with just 4.5 seconds left. And Mosley, number 2. It is no good, but the first one made it a 4-point lead, and that's the ball game. Final score, Andrew College 85, Trinity Baptist 81, and Jabari, an excellent ball game from both teams.
Definitely. And that we didn't get the win, but both teams played very hard. So.
Well, give the Tigers credit. They came to play, and they played a terrific basketball game. Their first win of the season. They are now 1 and 4. Quickly run through the point totals for the Eagles. Yarbrough 2, Hardy 7, Mitchell 14, Falcon 19, Sullivan 18 on 6 3-pointers. Michael Carter 12, Coleman Smith 2, and Will Mosbach 9. And for the Tigers, Gordon Island 25 points, Mantrell Mosley with 17, Richard Dunston 12, Anthony Magwood Span 10, Tim Johnson 14, Adams LaPlante 2, and Saquon Hutchinson. He scored 2 as well. Jabari, great job on the mic. Thank you, Brandon, on the score line that you see on the screen. Gavin Korthloder and Jeriel Santana and Xavier Rose. For all of us here at TBC, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.